Good morning. My name is Eve and welcome to my creative laboratory. It's been a while since I've filmed a video and I've been really busy. Yesterday I worked 12 hours at my real job and now I'm tired, but I feel like I need some quilting therapy. So I wanted something easy to sew up today, and luckily I have the perfect project. Previously I have purchased these pre-cut quilt block kits from Jordan Fabrics, and I got two of the red version and two of the blue version. And I think they coordinate well together even though they're a different main color. But I had an idea of something that I wanted to do with these log cabin blocks. I saw something on YouTube for a disappearing log cabin block. And I've never personally done disappearing blocks before, but this one looked pretty cool. So I'm hoping that it will work out with these two colors that I got. Each one of these kits makes 12 blocks. I got 4 of these packages, so it'll make 48 blocks total. I'm not exactly sure how large the total size will be, especially after I cut them for the disappearing part, but I'm gonna see how that works out. This finished block looks like this, and then the blue one finished looks like that. So I think it's gonna make a nice quilt altogether, combining these two kits. So I'm gonna get started. I ordered these kits from Jordan Fabrics, and Matt Jordan cuts these kits by hand. They're always really easy to work with. Let me separate these by size so that they're easy to put together. In this kit, it has some instructions, and it shows how the quilt blocks will go together. So this is helpful if you've never done one before, and also it's been a while since I've tried this myself. So this shows the order that you put these fabrics in. So this one goes in the center, the dark one. So this is how it's all gonna go together. They will fit perfectly once they're sewn. You just start like this. So you start with these two and just sew those together. And then when you press those apart, it will fit perfectly with this one. So I think I'm going to chain piece all of these, and then I will press in between. I'm gonna open up the other package too and do this at the same time. I'm just gonna do the red ones first because I don't want to accidentally get the colors mixed up with the blue ones. Press all of these to the outside, no matter if it's light or dark, and I think that's just gonna help the whole block kind of lay flat. So let me press it and then I'll sew on the next piece. Okay, I sewed these two first blocks together, and I'm going to keep this picture nearby just to make sure I don't accidentally sew to the wrong side. So the next one I have to do is this piece. I'm gonna sew it onto this edge. So I'm gonna move this to right here and just start sewing this together. Yeah, yesterday I worked 12 hours, which isn't super long. I know other people work that amount of time at their job too. I live about an hour away from where I work, so I have a little bit of a commute as well. And it's actually, today's Sunday, so I worked Saturday, which is not usual. My usual work days are Monday through Friday. but I just feel like sometimes I get behind. I just have a lot of paperwork to do. And recently we hired a bunch of new people, and so they need training. And they're all very smart and curious, and they're ready to learn. But when I'm trying to do my own job and we have trainees asking questions and stuff, that's good. But when I'm trying to do the tedious part of my job, it really is kind of an interruption, and it sets me back. So I'm not able to concentrate for long periods of time. And that's where I feel like I kind of get behind. So sometimes I do like to work on the weekend and just kind of catch up with the tedious part of paperwork and that sort of thing without anybody else around, because on the weekend usually nobody else works, and that's a really good time for me to concentrate on my own stuff. So I do like working. I love my job, but that was tiring yesterday. So today it's been a while since I've sewn anything, and I just felt like I needed something easy and relatively mindless so that I could just sew and feel like I'm getting something accomplished, but not having to think about it too hard. And I think this is going to be the perfect project for today. It's Sunday today, and it is still summer break for my kids, so they are in relax mode. Well, Jackson just finished his band camp, so the last 3 weeks he's been really busy, but today is relax day for all of us. I told them yesterday I'm just gonna be sewing, so don't expect me to be ready to help you guys with your projects, because it's my rest day today. I had purchased these kits a long time ago. I didn't really know what I was going to use them for, but they were having a sale on these log cabin kits. And so I just purchased these 4, thinking either I'd make table runners, because they're kind of fall colors. So I was thinking I could use them to make table runners, maybe for Thanksgiving for people, or I could make 2 different quilts, one with the red and one with the blue. But I wasn't really sure what they were going to end up as when I purchased them. Meanwhile, I was watching quilting videos on YouTube, and I came across this one that had an idea for a disappearing log cabin block. And I had never heard of that before, but it looked interesting. And I thought, well, I have these 4 kits that I bought, and so I think it's going to be plenty. If I do all 4 of these and put them together, I think it will be plenty to make a lap-size quilt in the disappearing log cabin pattern. So hopefully that'll work out. I didn't pre-measure or anything, so I'm not sure exactly what the final dimensions might be. This is just sort of an experimental project to see if it works. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy this repetitive sewing sometimes. I mean, sometimes I like more complicated patterns that require me to think about it, or even making up my own patterns for new quilt blocks. But sometimes it's just very relaxing to just sew straight lines. And especially with a pre-cut quilt kit like this, I didn't have to cut or measure anything. I just opened up the package and could just start sewing right away. And that kind of project is very relaxing sometimes. So today is the day. Now I'm gonna press to the light. Now we can start with the green. So I just put this back in the space where it's supposed to go so I know what the correct orientation is. And this will go right on there. I finished all the red blocks and I love this cranberry color. And now I'm going to start with the blue blocks and do the exact same thing. The blue blocks have a red center too. That's kind of cool. I think these will actually coordinate really nicely together. I've finished sewing all my log cabin blocks together. I have 24 of the red ones and 24 of the blue ones. And now I'm going to cut them apart and mix and match the pieces so I can make a quote unquote disappearing log cabin block. And so in my next video, I'll show you how I'm doing that and how it goes together for this quilt top. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy quilting!